Welcome back to Schools Challenge 2022. It's the fifth match in round one, and the scores are St. George's College on 5 and the Queen's School on 4. It's now time for the speed challenge, in which teams can answer as many questions as possible in 3 separate 60-second periods. St. George's College, it's time for your first minute. In the Bible, what was Abraham's age when Isaac was born?
100 years old.
Correct. The name gametes was introduced by which Austrian biologist?
Pass.
Gregor Mendel. Spell fragility.
Fragility.
Correct. Who is the British Foreign Secretary?
Pass.
Elizabeth Truss. Which U.S. city hosts the headquarters of the United Nations?
New York.
Correct. What is the world's deepest freshwater lake?
Caspian Sea.
No, Lake Baikal. Who composed the oratorio The Messiah?
Wolfgang Mozart.
Incorrect. George Handel. What is the second lightest of the halogens?
Argon.
Incorrect. Chlorine. What is the equivalent of the Roman number DLXV?
550.
No, 565. What is the nationality of the actress Kate Blanchett? And that'll be Australian, but no time to answer that one. End of the first minute for St. George's. And now we go over to the Queen's School for their first minute. In the Bible, how old was Adam when he died?
30 years.
Correct. Gametes carry what percentage of the genetic information of an individual?
80%.
Incorrect. 50%. Spell percussion.
Percussion.
Correct. Who is the U.S. Secretary of Defense?
Lloyd Austin.
Correct. Which European city hosts the headquarters of the UN's Food and Agricultural...
Rome.
Yes. What is the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface area?
White Whale.
Incorrect. Lake Superior. Who composed the opera Fidelio?
Giuseppe Verdi.
No, Ludwig van Beethoven. In the electronic configuration of potassium, how many electrons are in the third shell?
8.
Correct. What is the equivalent of the Roman number MCLXV?
So this is 1,165.
Correct. What is the nationality of the actor Daniel Craig?
American.
No, British. Which Spanish conquistador led? And that's the bell. End of the first minute for the Queen's School. Now we go back to St. George's College for their second minute. St. George's, Francisco Pizarro was a Spaniard which led the overthrow of which empire?
Mayan.
Incorrect. Inca. Who scored for Jamaica in their CONCACAF World Cup qualifying match against the United States in November 2021?
Miguel Antonio.
Correct. What name is given to a circuit component which protects a circuit when a current is too big? A fuse. Give the English translation for the Spanish. ¿Quién sabe el nombre de la abogada?
Who is the lawyer?
Now, who knows the lawyer's name? In the Jamaican play Old Story Time, what is the name of Pearl's mother, Miss Esmeralda? In which Jamaican parish is the Doctor's Cave Beach?
St. James. St. James.
Correct. In the Bible, what was the name of the garden where God placed the first humans?
Garden of Eden.
Yes. In which part of the human body is the sclera?
I.
Correct. By adding a prefix, give the opposite of adequate.
Inadequate.
Correct. Who is Jamaica's Minister of Defense?
Andrew Holness.
Yes. Prime Minister Andrew Holness. And that's the end of the second minute for St. George's College. And now we go back to the Queen's School for the second minute. Queens. Which Spanish conquistador led the overthrow of the Aztec Empire?
Hernan Cortez.
Correct. Who scored for Jamaica in their CONCACAF World Cup qualifying? Miguel Antonio. And in a vacuum flask, which type of heat transfer is not stopped by the vacuum?
Thermal.
No, radiation. Give the English translation for the Spanish. ¿Cuántos años tiene el zapatero?
How much do you pay for the slippers?
Now, how old is a shoemaker? In the Jamaican play Old Story Time, what is the name of Loy's husband?
Pass.
Len. In which Jamaican parish is the Middle Quarter Shrimp Village?
St. Elizabeth.
Correct. In the Bible, what was the name of the mountain from which Moses viewed the land of Canaan just
Mount
before he
Ephraim.
died? No, Nebo. In which part of the human body is the largest bone?
The 5.
Correct. By adding a prefix, give the opposite of palatable.
Impalatable.
No, unpalatable. Which Jamaican government minister has portfolio responsibility for Clarendon Alumina Production Limited? And the bell means you have no time to answer. It's Dr. Nigel Clark, Minister of Finance, and that's the end of the second minute for the Queen's School. Now we go back again to St. George's. This is their third and final minute. St. George's, what is the capital of Brazil?
Brasilia.
Correct. When it is spring in the northern hemisphere, which season is being experienced in the south?
Autumn.
Yes. Which artist recorded the song Black Parade?
Beyonce.
Correct. What is the molecular formula for iron 3 oxide?
Pass.
Fe2O3. The selling price of an article was $550. If the cost price was $500, what is the gain percentage?
10%.
Correct. Who played the role of Paloma in the Ana de Armas? The Treaty of Tordesillas was signed between which countries?
Portugal, Spain.
Correct. Who won the men's singles lawn tennis title at the 2021 US Open?
Dmitry Medvedev.
No, Daniil Medvedev. What was the nationality of the scientist Jacques Charles?
French.
Yes. What beverage is cerveza in Spain?
Beer.
No, beer. Who was the... All right, and that's it. End of the third minute for St. George's College, and now we go to the Queen's School for their third and final minute. What is the capital of Ecuador?
Quito.
Correct. According to meteorologists, on which date does summer officially begin in the southern hemisphere?
June 1st.
No, 1st of December. Which artist recorded the song Cardigan?
Taylor Swift.
Correct. What is the molecular formula for strontium carbonate?
SCO3.
No, SrCO3. A man sold a bag for $48. $60. Who played the role of Felix Leiter in the 2021?
Tom Hanks.
No, Jeffrey Wright. Brazil was a colony of which country just before its independence?
Spain.
Incorrect. Portugal. Who was the runner-up in the women's singles lawn tennis title at the 2021 US Open?
US. Alright. Slovak name.
No, Lila Fernandez. What was the nationality of the scientist Wilbrod Snell?
Dutch.
Correct. What pastry is pastel in
Cake,
Spain?
cake.
Correct. Who was the author of the 1951 novel, The Catcher? And there's no time to answer that. Catcher in the Rye, J.D. Salinger. And that's the end of the third minute for Queens and the end of our speed challenge. The scores at this time: St. George's College on 20 and the Queen's School on 17. When we come back, it's the exciting buzzer challenge which will decide our winners. Stay tuned. The fifth match in round one of TVJ Schools Challenge Season 2022 returns right after this.